Hey YouTube, it's Everything Apples Pro. In this video I'm excited to show the new iPhone 6s. Now it's not a full unit yet, but it is basically the LCD, which is a digitizer, and it's an assembly of the new iPhone 6s. The new iPhone, not even out yet, coming out next month in September, mid-September. So I'll get to all the new features on the iPhone 6s, what it'll come with, what it will look like and everything like that. Now, depending on how popular this video goes, I will show more videos with other parts of the iPhone 6s, which I'll get to later on in the video. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is the iPhone 6s. Now, first glance, it's basically just the LCD assembly. So not many people have shown it off before, and not really many people have this, so it's very unique. I'll go ahead and see what it looks like, the new iPhone looks like. Now, for everybody wanting Sapphire, I'm a little disappointed this year because it's not on this on the LCD. It's Gorilla Glass still. So the new iPhone 6s will come with Gorilla Glass and not Sapphire. Maybe next year they'll have Sapphire, but not this year. Now let's go ahead and peel this peeling off. And we can set that aside. And basically it has the same rear camera, or the front-facing camera, and the same looking stuff. It does have different flex connectors, and what I mean by that is there's different flex cables, which I'll get into later in the video. I'll show pictures of for the new iPhone 6s. But here it is right here. You can see they look different, and they are different on the iPhone 6s than on previous units like the iPhone 6 and below, like iPhone 5s, iPhone 5C, and iPhone 5. So the flex connectors are different. They do connect. Everything is on one flex connector now, and I'll get into that in a little bit and show pictures and explain what that means. So with Touch ID is going to be pretty much the same. I do have pictures of what the Touch ID is going to look like in the home button on the iPhone 6s, and I'll get into that later down in the video later on. Now it is going to look about the same. It's going to be still round. It's going to be about the same. It's going to feel about the same. You can see right here it's going to be about the same. Now there is going to be Force Touch on the iPhone 6s, so meaning when you go into a certain setting, there's great concepts on YouTube about it now, but when you go into a certain setting, give an example being going up to Control Center and then going into Wi-Fi, hitting the Wi-Fi toggle. If you tap and hold on that toggle, it'll bring you into the settings menu, and you can choose different toggles and different settings using Force Touch. Basically, it gives you more actions. It's like on the Apple Watch, and now on the Apple MacBooks and the MacBook Airs and the MacBook Pros, the similar effects to Force Touch. So it'll work similar like that, and there will be new features about it. But on the front, it's going to have basically your front-facing camera, the same looking kind of stuff on the previous iPhones. Still the same home button, but the flex connectors will be different, and I'll get into that later on in the video. So now let's look at the back of this. So we can see here it has the back of the cutout for the Touch ID, the home button, and there is this QR code, I guess, a barcode, and there's certain information here, and then Force Touch, and then we can lower that and we see more about the flex connector. So let's go ahead and lower that, and let's zoom in a little, and you can see everything on this LCD display and everything. So here are the basically it's just the flex connectors connecting to the flex cables, and now the flex cables are different, and I'll go ahead and get in that in just a second, what it basically means for basic users and everything like that. Now you will notice if you look at a iPhone 6, compare them, an iPhone 6s versus iPhone 6 versus 6s LCD displays, they look a lot different. Same size basically. They pretty much, they're pretty much the same amount of thin and thickness, but they are a bit different on the inside, and with new features and new technology and stuff like that. So Force Touch will be on the iPhone 6s and new phones like it, and it basically looks like this. So now I'll go ahead and show some new pictures. Depending on how this video goes, I'll be showing some other videos. So the iPhone 6s back housing, it's going to look just like this. Let the camera focus a second. it's going to look just like this. This is the gold housing of the iPhone 6s. And this is what it basically looks like. It is thicker, and another YouTuber has shown the back housing before, and I can show it to you if this video goes well and gets a lot of popularity. Just depends on that. But you can see it's gold. It's going to be a bit thicker. Now, with bend gate, with that, it's not going to bend as easy. I think there's a video on YouTube about that. But I'll leave it down below in the description, I guess, for everybody to check out. It's interesting. But the bend gate, it's not going to bend as normal as the iPhone 6 would. The 6s is going to be a lot better with bending. Now let's go and look at another picture. This is inside of the housing for the iPhone 6s. You can see it's a lot different, but basically the holes are different over here, meaning there's a bigger battery, better cutout and everything like that. Same thing, there's still going to be a same chargers, same looking stuff. The buttons are going to be a little bit different, and I'll show a picture of that in a second. But this is basically the back housing, inside the back housing for the iPhone 6s. Now here is the home flex connector of the iPhone 6s. So you can see it has how it looks basically from an iPhone 6 one. Now here is the iPhone 6s connectors. Now this is the volume rockers, and I think that's the mute rocker up there, or down here. It's one of them. I'm not exactly sure about these flex cables, but now the flex cables are combined. So normally this would be two different flex connectors, like on the iPhone 6, but the 6s is going to feature one flex cable for all of basically the volume rockers, the mute rocker, the power button rocker, things like that. So now it's making it easier, so now they'll be able to do more stuff, I guess, fit more stuff onto the screen more easily, and save money, time, and resources. And here's another flex connector, and that's basically what that looks like. And you can see what it looks like and everything like that. Very interesting to look at, of an unreleased product. So this is the home button flex connector. This is the flex connector which has the volume rockers, the power rocker somewhere, and the mute switch and everything like that. Normally this would be on two different flex connectors, but now Apple has made it on the one. So down here, one of these flex connectors are for this part right here, and then the other one I'm pretty sure goes for the home button and Touch ID, or it's used for something else. I'm definitely not sure because I'm not an expert, but for what I know, this is used for one flex connector, and then another one's used for a different one. So here's what it looks like basically. And then when we look at the back housing again, this is just inside the back housing of the iPhone 6s, and then here's the back of the back housing, or the rear housing. So it's going to look the same. It's going to pretty much have the same kind of camera. A little bit interesting though, the camera is going to be 12 megapixels, so 12 MP. It's going to have 12 megapixels instead of 8. The new iPhone 6 will have, or 6s instead of the iPhone 6. So interesting to know. Note. It's very interesting. So little things, they're kind of just doing little changes, little subtle things. Apple is known for doing subtle changes for iPhones and products. The iPhone 6 will be a subtle one with hardware, but software and stuff, and with Force Touch, it will be a great unit to have. And there will be also a bigger battery for the iPhone 6s, so the battery will be a lot better. There will be a bigger battery, and you can see if I zoom out, the battery is going to be bigger. So there's these holes over here, they're moved. They used to be over here, but now they moved, so the battery would fit in one spot, and there's a bigger battery for it. And then the board and everything inside will fit on the right side beside the battery. And that's basically that. So now let's go back over and look at this again. So what the flex connectors, they look different. They're going to be different from the iPhone 6, and they're two different ones, so they're not connected onto each other. As you can see, they're two different ones, so they're used for two different things. Their purposes are for two different uses, so that's good. So basically Apple's saving time, resources, and money with this. And also here's another look down here. So it's going to be pretty much it's going to be a little bit thicker. The iPhone 6s will be thicker than the iPhone 6, but overall it'll be pretty much the same compared to each other, but there will be small subtle changes like force touch, things like that, and then there will be some bigger changes like the flex cables and how it'll look and everything. It'll be thicker and it won't bend as easy. So that's definitely better for iPhone users worldwide. So this is everything Apple's Pro. If you did like this video, it definitely would help a lot in return if you like and subscribe. Please share this so everybody can see. Now I will have more videos coming soon with these parts that I've shown, like the back housing and all the different flex connectors. It depends on how this video goes. So if this video gets a whole lot of views and popularity, then I'll definitely be making more of other parts. And if you are a news, if you are from a news article or anything seeing this, definitely hit me up on the email down below in the description. I will have this unit for sale. If anybody is interested in it, I'll have an email there, and I can send these pictures I've shown of the back housing and the flex cables to news sites if you're interested in that. Tech sites and blogs and articles and cool things like that. So basically, front camera, normal look. The flex cables are different, so they're two different ones. So that has more uses. It's better. It's overall better for the user. It's going to be cheaper for Apple overall. Now the back housing is probably going to be a little more expensive because it's thicker. But basically it'll be better for the user with force touch and everything like that. So if you did like this video, just remember to like and subscribe for more. Now remember to check down below in the descriptions, and I'll have all the links for the iPhone 6s, and so you can compare them to this, and they're exactly the same. And what else? Well, let's see. Well, I also have my email, like I said, down below in the description. So if anybody who writes for tech websites or anything like that wants to either buy this unit, or if you just want to have it, if you're a YouTuber and want it, then I'll have it down below in the description. My email, you can definitely buy it and check it out. We can go over that. I can send pictures to tech articles, blogs, cool things like that. So definitely check my email out. And everything like that. Please like and subscribe for more. Depending on how this video goes, I'll show other parts and everything like that. So remember, like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.